Right, we lost the YouTube stream for a while there, but while that was lost, something interesting has happened. The goblins have turned up again. Looks like they've turned up on the more conventional side of the world now, but sadly we haven't yet set up the system for drowning them because we've been too busy trying to sort out breeding. And we haven't managed to train any more dwarves to swim. Oh well. Let's see how this goes then.
Which side of the world are
They're down here in the southeast. So, which is like where we were at least hoping that they would arrive. So what we should obviously do is first do the kind of necessary bits to raise the bridges at the northeast, and then we'll tell them to go away, and well, no, then we'll get the military, because I think everyone is currently not wearing their proper military garb. So we'll summon the amphibious military to around there. And the less amphibious military, what little there is of it, to around here for the traditional flanking manoeuvre. It will probably take quite a while before everyone's ready. Oh, most of them appear to be getting station as their actions rather than find equipment or whatever it is. And somewhere there's that. Somewhere along here there's a minecart, yes, which needs to be forbidden so that no one goes and pushes it. What are you doing now? Are you still insisting on training giant hamsters? Okay, well you can do that for a bit. But what I'd quite like is for the chief medical dwarf to be behind our lines rather than in front of them training hamsters.
As every great general said.
That's like rule one of war, isn't it?
Do you want the camel inside your tent pissing out, or outside training hamsters?
Yes. How are you as an animal trainer? I bet you're a terrible animal trainer.
A literary organiser, but presumably not of hamsters.
No. I've no idea why you're training animals, sir. Okay, one hamster appears to have run away. It's running towards the goblins.
Less sensible hamster. Perhaps they bought sunflower seeds. How many goblins does it take?
Chocolate and sunflower seeds.
How many goblins does it take to defeat a hamster?
I would hope that like one or two should be enough, but like I don't know quite how vicious these giant hamsters are going to turn out to be. I've tried to arrange that the goblins are less likely to be to get to them. Less likely rather to see them from a distance, and so less likely to just skewer them with arrows. But the major problem is that the hamsters, on seeing the goblins, run away. So their defensive capabilities are not very good. So mostly, actually, it wasn't the hamsters that got pincushionned with arrows. It was this poor giant jaguar, because the giant jaguar, being trained for war, ran towards the goblins. But they were quite a long way away and had crossbows. So the dwarves are doing a fairly good job of getting themselves organised, it looks like. Right, it looks like our chief medical dwarf is not actually a member of the military, which is part of the problem. Oh, and they're one of the few, because of course they're married, they're one of the few dwarves who can actually do any tasks at all. Well, let us temporarily just take them off animal training. I don't know that that will stop them training one right now, but it will cause them not to try to train any more.
Get the hamsters under cover.
So, what are you doing? Oh, are you going somewhere? Yes. Why are you going somewhere? Oh, you're going to pick something up, are you? Okay. I'll let you do that if you really want to. Don't know what equipment it is you think you can get down here. It looks like you may have a lung capacity problem.
Ooh, teeth is singular.
Yes, that's quite weird. His lower left back teeth is gone.
In magenta. Maybe you get a mechanism to replace it.
Yes. It does appear to be like mechanisms.
Dwarf fortress pluralizations. Weird. News at 11. Mute.
Okay, you found something else you want to pick up now, have you? But fairly few of these are actually picking up equipment at the moment. We'll wait until the amount of picking up equipment going on is near zero, and then tell the goblins we don't like them.
I don't think I was near enough to rock this time. Council's Phil Pond, inappropriate building.
Yes,
Bond, it turns out.
yes. Well, I think what's going on, or rather, I think what the problem is not that it's not a pond, but that it's a full pond.
Oh.
So,
Quite inappropriate in that sense.
so the pond filling job is to tip extra water down here, which then goes into the circulation system to make this waterfall. And my guess is that sometimes the square underneath is full, and we have a giant wild boar piglet as well. That's intriguing because that's going to want training too. Well, we're going to have to deal with that in due course. Hopefully we'll have dispatched the goblins before anyone becomes untrained. What are you doing? You're going and wandering around among the goblins.
Who is?
The chief medical dwarf, who has now decided to go and train a stray peregrine falcon, even though I've told him not to do any work that isn't his own.
And is already trained.
Yes, but it needs its training refreshed. Happily, that of course will not involve standing around near the
Oh,
front line.
unmet need here, eloquence.
Yes, sorry, we're not very eloquent here.
So many giant hamsters.
Well, they appear to be quite, yes, fecund.
So, Martin, you got yourself killed by the goblins while demonstrating how not to get killed by the goblins.
Yes. Where are you going now? Why are you running towards the goblins? Stop it. Are you getting scared by some bit of wildlife?
Repeatedly.
my best guess. Happily, we have made it quite hard to accidentally run into the goblins. More giant hamsters have been born. Right, anyway. How are we looking for people who are trying to find their armour still? There's only a couple of them on it. Oh, right, yes, you're the one who seems to be quite unwell anyway. Someone appears to be one of my soldiers is asleep. Right, thank you. Why are you guys sleeping out here? You have perfectly good bedrooms. Yes, you're annoyed about sleeping in the grass. You've not been out here very long. Oh well, right, that's an awful lot of goblins.
Wow, that is an awful lot of goblins.
Yes. I am slightly worried by what's going to happen when we tell them to go away.
They're probably going to refuse and hopefully not kill too many people.
I mean, we could try to give them the thing they want, but that didn't work last time.
You couldn't work out how to actually give it to them, could you?
No. Like, we have successfully given them an artifact, because I think one of the early goblin sieges ended in us giving them an artifact. Oh well. Let's see what happens. How badly wrong can it go? Let's ask what they actually want. Let's send the mayor out to ask them while we try to get people more organised. I mean, maybe if our mayor considers it worth their time and isn't just busy boozing. So, unfortunately, the mayor is currently drinking, which is is currently looking for some drink.
Where have you gone to sleep?
Yes. In that case, bed anyway.
The dwarves from behind this plot.
Right, you are feeling euphoric due to inebriation. Now can you go and talk to the goblins, please?
More goblins?
Yeah, the goblins have turned up again.
Loads of goblins.
We've also got raven chicks, which are cuter but not actually very useful.
In my view, you should work hard, then work harder.
So here we can see a small quantity of stray raven hatchlings, small red lowercase r's, and down here you can see an awful lot of goblins.
Gosh, that's a lot of goblins. That's more goblins than you have dwarves.
Oh yes,
And I think 1 for 1, a dwarf is a comfortable match for a goblin.
yes.
There's quite a lot of giant hamsters in life. That's so much goblinite.
So currently I'm hoping that the mayor can go out and talk to them so we can at least find out what they want. There we are. I hope you're going to conduct the correct meeting. No, apparently you're waiting in your office for someone else to come and meet you. Attending parley. Excellent.
When it's doing this, I never know where to look.
Let me see if I can point you in the correct direction.
Right, is there a sensible way to discover where to look?
Not really. I usually just look for a square somewhere where there is a dwarf staying still on screen. Here it is just to the top left, just northwest of the mouse pointer. There is one dwarf who is not moving on the screen and is thus the person we're following. So yes, they appear to walk extremely slowly, my mare.
Well, presumably the goblins will just wait.
Probably. I think they could get bored in the meantime.
You have just called the bear away from a nice trip to go negotiate with the Roger Hobbit Sergeant Queen.
Yes.
Dwarf is like
Yes, we have in the past pointed out that for instance, lycanthropy is probably not the quite the correct thing when you're a dwarf turning into a skink or whatever. There appear to be quite a lot of giant hamsters well behind where the giant hamsters are meant to be now. Have the goblins scared them off or something? There are still quite a lot of giant hamsters in the correct place, to be fair. I think actually the giant hamsters are mostly being scared off by the wildlife. Oh dear, who's giving birth now?
giant hamsters and Gareth.
Yes.
Helpfully contributed, Hammy.
Right.
I mean, you might be dwarf.
So many giant hamsters being born. We've just had 5. Please, goblins, come and get distracted by the giant hamsters. Right, well, the mare has got past the first batch of giant hamsters. This is quite slow. Still, maybe some people are socialising while they're waiting. Looks like there are no longer any dwarves sleeping in the place where they're all meant to be waiting for battle. Oh no, there's one who's asleep. Why are they suddenly sleeping in the grass? Is it that when they don't have any jobs to do, they're having too much fun socialising to go to sleep? Maybe. What? That's not the correct direction. Why are you going over there? This dwarf seems to be wandering off towards the sea. The goblins aren't out there. There's only a colony of... What? Sorry, I'm going to have to follow you, but...
A colony of ants? Where are you going? Strange dwarf.
Right, well, you've gone as far as you can in the direction away from the goblins. Now how about you actually head for the goblins?
No, back they go.
No, our mayor is behaving...
You have been away from friends for too long. That's because you're staring at the sea immediately.
Right, well, so this is a new way for this to fail.
Mayor all says twice a week.
The mayor is refusing to actually go to the parley and is instead hanging around by the sea.
Well, I mean, what else have we been doing this week?
Oh, I think the mayor may finally be heading south.
Don't jinx it.
Maybe there are seals out there.
I think there's mostly goblin corpses.
Yes.
I don't think so. I think the goblin corpses are still waiting to be thrown.
Well, there are some in the sea. Yes, we don't get seals here. We get sea otters. Right. Past the mob of giant hamsters. So there aren't very many routes past this patch here where we're eventually planning to drop goblins in the water.
Don't say that too, man. They'll hear you. What?
Right.
Ah, this is goblins.
goblins being harassed by a terrified giant hamster.
What's capital O?
Tree trunks.
Oh,
Yes, capital O's are tree trunks around here.
that explains why they're not moving.
Yes, yes, they're not moving because they're trees. Right, we now have to find the goblin commander. Which requires pushing through great big crowds of goblins. I do slightly wonder if, at this stage, maybe we could just dump a big pile of lava on their heads.
Where would you get?
Aha, we have
Giant hamster!
a diplomacy button. You want Deep Cloister, the Thunder of Depressions, do you? Well, the problem is we've tried to give you items in the past and it's never worked.
What is that anyway?
Yeah, what is it?
That's what I'm trying to find out.
The humorous tulips. The cooperative master gem.
Boiling! The hood of boiling. The
There it is,
technical
there it is.
characters.
Yes, so Deep Cloister, the Thunder of Depressions is a superior quality copper spear encircled with bands of well-crafted pig bone, currently being wielded by one of our spear dwarves.
If you like this spear, would you have it point first?
So the thing
The
is,
problem with the shield, wasn't it?
yes, that last time they asked for a named shield and we couldn't cause it to actually be given to them. So I can try. We can see if maybe it'll work this time because that is an awful lot of goblins. Should we try?
Yeah.
No.
That's 1-1 so far.
Crush the miserable worms.
That's still only one all.
Does anyone else have an opinion?
You try. Sounds worth a try.
Crush the miserable worms.
That's...
Right, I think we have slightly more people in favour of trying to give the item to the goblins.
Piece of chance.
If nothing else, it would give you a bit more time to organise people.
Right, now the mayor is doing a return treasure task. Maybe we'll see how this is meant to work. Because that's something that would be nice to know if it can be made to work. And to be fair, we haven't finished building the goblin washer yet. Well, not so much washer as drowner.
I'm just going to look at the wiki to see if farming is improvingly buggy or something.
Yes. I mean, I think we managed it once very early in the game, but I think then it was actually an artifact. The issue here is that we're giving back a perfectly ordinary cheap copper spear.
What was our name?
Because the person who uses it as a member of the military has named it because they like it. And then its fame has spread to the goblins, possibly because it was being used to kill several goblins.
Oh, yes. Pointy thing.
Also, they stopped stabbing us with it.
Yes. The problem is, if we give it to you, we'll then make a steel spear to replace it.
Then you'll be sorry. I mean, I think there has been a new version of Dwarf Fortress that's the last time.
Yes. Yes, this may have been fixed more generally. Or maybe we just got terribly unlucky last time. Okay, I was wondering why those 7s were red. I think it's mostly that there's quite a lot of blood in the water there. You're still doing a return treasure task. Good. Maybe this will work.
Are you buying them off?
Trying to.
What are you buying them off with?
1 copper spear decorated with what was the bone it was decorated with?
Big bone.
With pig bone.
Not even a masterwork.
No, a fairly good copper spear, but no, the mayor has stopped doing that. Has now decided to go and eat.
What? What?
I was out in the rain, it's annoying.
I will give you the spear back after lunch.
Yeah, apparently, yes.
Buying off 100 goblins with one spear seems like a good deal.
Well,
Mayor,
yes.
would you like to kind of...
Consider it and not go off for dinner instead. Well, maybe they'll pick up the task. Nish Risen Massos, Ghostly Spearmaster. Was it your spear? I don't think it was, but...
Seems to suggest that it works like a petition. You review the normal way by the petition of the residents.
So... Okay, we should do something about Nish Risen Massos. Not that we may have to put some effort into getting someone to actually be assigned to that task.
And I can't see any indication that Polly's a bust.
Yes. So you don't look like you got distracted from it. We don't have a job cancellation for it there. Well, maybe the mayor is merely distracted and we'll get back to the job later. Ha. Just check if there's a return treasure anywhere in here.
There's a lot of goblin welcoming.
Yes, that's the place where the giant hamsters are meant to be.
Oh, I see. That's a...
That's a destination. So they are attempting to pasture the giant hamsters in the goblin welcoming area. It turns out that the giant hamsters run away when they see goblins, so it doesn't work very well. But so now the mayor is apparently going off to eat. We should pay some attention to what the goblins are doing in case they decide that this is sufficiently of a snub that they're going to attack us anyway.
Yoggles and toast or something.
Cup of tea.
Tea while you're waiting.
My kind of hope is that then the mayor will get back to this, but I will admit that it's a fairly optimistic hope.
Can you assign this task to many other people?
Don't think so. I think it's the mayor's job. Like the mayor was the one who went out to do the parleying, and then they gained the job of return the treasure.
What's Sacred Fate?
Dwarven child? Did that say dwarven child?
Yes, there are 3 of them.
You've got children.
Yes, but they're not. But the youngest is 12 years old,
Oh.
I think.
And
So-
we started in year 100 or something like that.
Yes. So like we have had children in here. I'm not actually sure we've had any births in the fortress, but I think we have. Just not many.
Did you forget to turn something on? Or something?
I have fiddled with the population limits occasionally, but I don't think the population limits are currently very low.
They're certainly higher than 40 odd.
Yes.
Succumb to the evasion.
So, I think maybe it's no, that's. So our population cap is currently set to 100, but that's actually only the immigration population cap. And
Baby and child cap 100.
Yes, strict population cap as relates to births is 220.
You could try setting the population cap very low and then setting it high again, because possibly the population cap was reached and it somehow failed to update a thing, and now it has
Possibly.
noticed that you're below it.
You've not had any immigration to this fortress, have you?
Not recently. We've had a lot early on.
Okay.
Because you did reach the population cap, didn't you?
Yes. And then I turned it down.
It keeps changing it.
I have to press return rather than just moving the cursor, apparently. If I just move the cursor off, it takes that as cancel.
What is this, a web browser?
Something like that, yes. Well, no, really.
It's not very like a web browser.
So-
Instead of 404, you get a bunch of messages about people training giant hamsters. Because they're too busy to go and look up your device.
You can get a bunch of messages saying Dwarf Council's job, item not found.
Right, we found our mare has found herself some food, and is now presumably heading back to the dining room to eat it, or to a dining room. Possibly there's an official mayoral dining room that she should be using. That means that she won't just go and sit down in the communal dining room to eat, but will instead insist on going to the mayoral dining room, wherever the hell that is. It's not where I expected it to be. But, like, the layout of this fortress frequently confuses me.
You built it.
Yes, I did. But nonetheless, its design is fairly terrible. Right, the mayor is now eating. Sitting at a dining table, consuming a quarry bush leaf roast, which consists of reindeer heart, sea otter tripe, quarry bush leaf, and more quarry bush leaf, which for some reason is all minced, because for some reason dwarves mince everything.
It's like hammers.
Yes.
When you've got a mincer.
So, once that's done, maybe the mayor will do something useful. Right, return treasure is back on the agenda, briefly, at least.
Now we watch the mayor ponderously go and fetch some treasure.
Yes, apparently the dwarves don't consider walking speed to be an important attribute in their politicians. Also, some idiot has designed this fortress with far too long corridors, and maybe I should just accept that we should have lots of entrances all over the place. More giant hamsters. I would also argue that the giant hamster has not given birth to a girl, it's given birth to a hamster. And these are different things.
Hamster clock.
Stop anytime.
So, yes, let's see if this works this time. Maybe before the mayor was just always too busy, because returning a treasure is apparently quite a low priority task.
You would think that fending off a goblin invasion would...
Would be important.
Particularly when it's such a large one.
But like the mayor keeps flashing a cyan question mark, which I think means is reconsidering their priorities.
What am I doing again?
Yes.
He's not got relaxation too heavily prioritised and so very confused. Damn it!
Still, this is the correct. This is roughly where the treasure is. In that it's owned by, I think, one of the dwarves in this squad. Oh, the mayor is carrying a copper weapon.
Oh, that's exciting.
Is it the right copper weapon?
They decided to store items.
Hall Tholodon, and is that actually the complete name? Tholodom Amud Ngegtol. Ngegtol, or is that Ngegdol? Ngegdol.
Probably the right.
Yes, that is indeed a superior quality copper spear encircled with bands of well-crafted pig bone.
Oink, clonk, clonk.
Maybe it just weirdly didn't work last time.
Yes. What? Are you still carrying it? I'm a little worried because I can't see the item anymore.
No.
Right, yes. I think the dwarf randomly dropped the correct item and it's somewhere up here now. Now they're going back to fetch it.
What?
Well, last time they went and visited the sea 4 times on the way to talk to the goblins, so...
I have my own head now.
Where are you going? I don't think you left it that far back.
Yeah, but the sea's up here.
Oh, did they get terrified by
In my own words.
Giant hamster.
yes.
Oh, there was a message there, something about improving crotch walking, so maybe that's why they're so slow.
Oh,
You've sent a disabled dwarf to haul a heavy object.
it's not my choice who the mayor is. The dwarves choose the
Why does
mayor.
the mayor have to do it? Can't you send an envoy or something?
I don't know. It's somehow a... Yes, ability to stand lost. Her... Oh, no, she hasn't actually lost any legs, but...
She's lost one of those singular teeth, though.
Yes.
She's flimsy. Oh.
But she does indeed own a Persimmon wood crutch. So let me just try to locate this object that the mayor is apparently looking for.
Oh God.
Or maybe rapidly running away from.
Oh right, no, right. It's currently still. That says that that its owner has now reclaimed it. And it's now been taken back by the mayor, who insists that it is going to get given to the dwarves, the goblins.
Oh, tongue snakes are strapping.
Wait, so the person whose spirit was
Wants it
in
back.
the fortress wants it back?
I think they did, yes. Or at least, possibly the mayor dropped it for some reason, and then the person whose spirit was went and... who had, after all, named it because they were so attached to it, went to pick it up again and has now been persuaded to give it back to the mayor, maybe. But the mayor's going to drink instead. Because apparently that's a higher priority too. See, now we're actually observing last time we didn't really have a clue what was going on. Now we have a clue what's going on, and it's just not very helpful. So it's now back in the possession of its usual owner.
Again.
You could send its usual owner to stand near the goblins.
I could. That would be an excellent way to get them killed if the goblins turn on us.
Serves them right.
What I could do, maybe... Oddom Olinlereth Nefast, militia captain.
if I try to put a vampire emoji on something, it won't do it until I've told it which skin tone of vampire
Oh yes. Yellow,
Extremely
obviously.
pale.
So
it is.
can I now
But what the hell?
say, actually, I would like you to use a
Apple just does
different...
the ordinary ones by default. I think on the
Maybe I can
iPhone
remove
interface,
your weapon and then say,
uh,
have a new weapon which should be a steel spear if you can find one.
Then when you do thumbs up, thumbs down, etc.,
Yeah.
it automatically assigns the skin tone that you previously configured, which is fine for
Right, so you are now instructed
some, but a vampire
that you should be using a steel spear and not your favourite one.
slap to ask in that situation.
Are you going to pay any attention to this?
Nobody's paying any attention to anything at all.
Okay, I'm going to remove the order from your squad now. There are only 2 of you anyway. In the hope that that will cause you to go, what's this spear doing? It's nothing to do with me.
Go to individual
Combat drill.
with the spear.
With the wrong spear. Go on. Go. How about you equip yourself with the correct spear and then my life will get a lot easier. See, this is why we end up just fighting the goblins.
There's quite a lot of goblins.
This is why I want to dump the goblins into deep water and let them drown. But sadly, the dwarves keep getting distracted. Yes.
Is finished.
What I'd like is for you to not go to combat drill and instead to decide you want to get a better spear.
Who wants some of this non-alcoholic fizz?
No, thank you.
Slosh them in that glass and pass it over, and I will.
This glass.
Yes. It is my erstwhile glass. For once in future glass.
So it's not going to be very helpful if you're now go. Yes, you're having fun in your individual combat drill, but this doesn't appear to involve putting your gauntlet, your spear down, so that we can use it for giving to goblins purposes. The mayor is here, though.
And he's going to say, sorry, go, I haven't got it.
Right, the mayor is now carrying the correct spear.
Good.
Again.
The militia captain whose spear it was is not currently holding a spear at all.
What job do they think they're doing?
They think they're engaging in individual combat drill.
Good.
Well, in combat, if you get disarmed, you probably
River spirit.
try hard to get your weapon back. So maybe that's what they can do in a drill situation. I mean, you've got to train for that. Got to train for that, right?
Claire asks, what is river spirits? River spirits are one of many kinds of drink
Okay, fine.
in Dwarf Fortress. So one of the ones that don't exist in the real world.
Yes, I was
They're not a kind of ghost,
I
no.
was thinking of a folklore creature of some kind. Jenny Greenteeth type.
Shameless altruistic dwarf. That's fine.
I mean, she is now a high master crutch walker.
On account of all this walking around with a crutch while dragging a spear.
Yes. Like, I think once you get up to legendary crutch walker, you're going at more or less normal dwarf walking pace. I think you can like end up being faster on crutches than most dwarves are on their legs. Content being near a waterfall. Ambivalent after the delayed punishment of a criminal. Yes, I think I may have accidentally lost all of our criminal justice system again. But like, I'm not going to worry too much that our sole remaining politician is ambivalent over people not being punished. That's probably means it's quite acceptable, and like the criminal justice system in Dwarf Fortress generally does quite a lot more harm than good. Now, can you make it to the goblins without getting distracted?
The mages elite weapons are close cuts now.
Yes. It is a long walk, and there are an awful lot of cyan question marks popping up, but mostly it's a long walk because she's moving diagonally at the moment, which is obviously slower than moving orthogonally. Don't know if other roguelikes make it take 1.4 turns to move diagonally.
So it has a roughly Euclidean metric.
Yes.
You'll never catch on.
Well, otherwise it would be helpful to try to force dwarves to move diagonally all the time, which would be weird.
Or unhelpful.
Well, yes, if you do it particularly horribly. But yes, I think Dwarf Fortress does actually attempt to model diagonal movement as costing about root 2 times straight movement. Look, and now you've dropped the spear again. Look, I can see it. It's there.
Sometimes these non-Euclidean diagonals give rise to some kind of a good effect, even if not a realistic good effect. I played a marble rolling game once where you would spin the viewpoint with the mouse and use arrow keys to move the marble relative to the viewpoint.
Right, so where are you going in this treasure returning task?
Was to press forward, so you were moving in the direction you were looking at. But if you press forward and left,
Right, you are now heading back towards the spear, which you've abandoned somewhere around here.
and since the levels were timed, you could hit. Sometimes you had to deliberately look at 45 degrees to where you wanted to go, and then steer semi-blind in order to go as fast as possible. Which made
I think the mayor got scared by some bit of wildlife around
It's
here.
not clear they meant to do it, but it did turn out to be a gameplay challenge.
Right, we've got the spear again. And we've made it 2 squares forwards before dropping the spear.
What's she being terrified by?
Let's have a look. Maybe we can tell it to get killed. She's terrified while in conflict. Oh God, someone else has ridden and is haunting the fortress. That's probably not our actual problem, though. One of the ravens has forgotten their training, partly because we banned training ravens. None of those
Look around and now you're finding out.
is the mayor getting scared. Let's have a look at the... Like, the problem is if it's a...
If it's the goblins,
If it's a flying animal, we may not be able to do much about it because we don't really have any ranged weaponry. Yeah, there's nothing wild other than... I mean, that agitated giant albatross might be our
I mean, this is a spear.
problem.
And the nice thing about a spear is that everything happens at the other end of it, which is a long way off.
Yes. But that giant albatross isn't anywhere near... Right, it's not very near here anyway. Here, sorry. The mayor is coming back, though. Hold on, can you just take this spear down the right-hand side of the map and give it to the goblins? Right, you picked up the spear. You've put the spear down again. It's a little hard to see what's going on because we're like underneath a pile of sea spray. But here is our departing mare.
She's happy.
And back again.
she doesn't feel anything after seeing a goblin's dead body.
Yeah, the world is full of goblins' dead bodies. Everyone has got thoroughly used to them by now. Which is good because...
Should it not say all objects in the third thing on the left?
No, it should... Well, it should once she's got to it again.
Oh, I see. Right.
Thing is, every time she gets scared... Every time she gets scared, she drops the spear.
She's terrified. While
It
in
was
conflict.
not a...
Yes.
Shouldn't there be something in the conflict log?
No, because she's probably seen something scary and run away from it. but I would have expected a job cancellation, except she hasn't actually cancelled the job. She's just dropping things. Right, I think I need to do something about my animal training because we're going to lose ravens. Who are our competent animal trainers? Do we have an animal trainer labour? Not, I don't think, at the moment. Add yet another work detail. What? That was the wrong button. Turns out the red button with no label on it is the one that deletes the work detail. Right, let's try this again. Animal training.
Yes, so we have to be out of here by 10, so
Let's
basically
temporarily cancel the order on Sodel
basically
Atirog
get up at some point and be out.
in the hope
Having
that
done things with sheets and such.
There is no cooked breakfast,
It's
so
also-
don't wait till
it'd be
you
very
find out what
helpful
breakfast is,
if-
'cause it isn't.
It would be very helpful if you turned up more like 9 than 10 to help.
Well, that's probably going to be my intent. What is to be done with sheets that have been removed from
Right.
beds?
I think we're probably losing everyone now, so I think we should probably end this stream now.
Attached to the bed, I plan to put it on top.
So I will say good night. I should pause first, shouldn't I? Good night.